Yeah, it's 18 degrees Fahrenheit right now, so that's about -6 Celsius. I have my heat pump going, and I have no idea if this thing will work in these cold temperatures here. So, beautiful day. I'm expecting sunshine all day, so I can easily generate 5 kilowatt hours of energy. And got my wood stove going. Let's take a look at these solar panels here. It's 9:30 in the morning, so the sun is just coming up over the tree line here behind me. And I should have 6 hours of sun today. So that's about 5 kilowatt hours of energy here. Let me show you what the sky looks like. It's just completely blue. Yeah, so my big green egg is frozen shut again. So let's get this thing opened up here. Oh. No, nothing is working right now. Well, let's get a few pieces of charcoal in the bottom, light them on fire, and hopefully this will work. Oh, this is a nice piece. May not fit. Oh yeah, it fits. Man, it's beautiful here this morning. Yeah, cabin already is warming up. Fire is going very well. It's been about maybe 10 minutes or so, and you can already feel the heat. What you cannot feel is the heat from the mini split. There's very little heat coming out, and it's drawing almost 500 watts. So I think I'm just going to turn it off because the energy is just not utilized very well. And in these cold temperatures, I really don't think the heat cycle of these split units is working very well. Yeah, so my battery is at 94%, and my panels are putting out some, I don't know, maybe 90 watts or something like this. I don't even brush them off, so it's going to melt. The snow is going to melt. A bunch of ice at the bottom here. Since the battery won't charge anyway because it's almost completely charged, and I'm not using any electricity right now, and I'm getting a full day of sunshine, which is a good opportunity. Unfortunately, I can't really capitalize on it because my battery is fully charged. So again, having more battery capacity on a day like today would be beneficial because you can store that energy and use it later. So in my case, I'm fully charged. Yeah, so here's the other panel for my small cabin, and it's completely covered, and it'll be a while before the sun hits it. And I'm pretty sure that battery is fully charged as well. And even if it wasn't, it wouldn't charge anyway because it's too cold to charge lithium batteries. You can't charge them below freezing, and the setup in my small cabin doesn't have an internal heater built in like my big 48-volt system in my larger cabin. So I'm not using any of this energy today either, but you know, it would be available if you would use it without charging the battery, but the BMS of the battery will not allow the battery to charge because it's too cold. Let me see how my big green egg is doing. Hopefully the charcoal caught on fire there. Yeah, let this thing warm up and hopefully it'll melt the seal because I gotta cook lunch today. Yeah, so I got to the cabin about 30 minutes ago, cleaned out the wood stove, made my charcoal, build a fire, and this thing is really taking off now, and the cabin is nice and warm. The dogs already like it. This guy is cuddled up, and Remy, he's okay, nice and warm in here, right? And here again, I want to show you that these stoves run away from you I'm having temperatures right now almost 700 degrees exhaust temperature, and it's too much, right? So these little Yodel 602s, you got to be careful. Don't just stoke them and leave the air intake open and walk away from it, because this thing, I've had them up to I think about 900 Fahrenheit exhaust temperature, and some of the paint actually burned off and smoked. So the split unit proved out to be ineffective at these cold temperatures, and if you have more luck with these, then please leave it in the comments. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but it was drawing about 500 watts and it never really heated up. There was a little bit of warm air coming out. I think if you're connected to the grid and if you let it run 24/7, it's probably okay to maintain some temperature, but to heat up a cold cabin like this from scratch in cold conditions, I don't think it's really feasible. So let's see what the battery is inside my cabin here. So it's been so cold, so I'm pretty sure it hasn't been charged in a while. So let me fire up the app and see what it looks like. Yeah, so voltage was pretty good. I think it was 15.8 or 15.7 volts, so that's plenty. And it hasn't been charging in a few days. Actually, I went back a week or two and just to see if it charged at all, and you know, there were like two or 3 days where there was a little bit of charge going in. So again, one panel, full sun, and I cannot take advantage of it because my battery is fully charged, and even if it's not fully charged, it's negative 6 degrees Celsius, so you cannot charge lithium batteries below freezing. So too bad. I wish I could put this energy that I'm currently creating into a battery, you know, for later use. Where's your frisbee? You have a frisbee? Go find your frisbee. Where's your frisbee? Come here. Where's your frisbee? Leave it. Remy, you leave it. Ow! Crazy man. That's all we have. That's all the snow we have. We'll leave it. So you can see that cold temperature challenges are not just electrical challenges. You can also see that my heat pump is not really performing well in these cold temperatures of like 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Even though I have plenty of electricity, it's just not generating enough heat to get the chill out of the cabin. And that's to be expected. So that's why we have wood stoves, right? But a lot of people ask, you know, can you run these heat pumps at lower temperatures? And there are some specifications, and the specifications are pretty optimistic. And at least in my case, it just didn't work out here this morning. And I'm glad I have the wood stove, and I'm glad I know the limitations of my heat pump. and I just want to share this. So see you guys on the next one.